Hello, it's Joe Glines, and in this video, this is my sixth video in this series of basically showing how to web scrape and use AutoHotkey to log into websites. And so this one is going to be on Pinterest. And again, it isn't necessarily because I am not a Pinterest person, which probably surprises nobody, but it's just another example of a website login that you could automate with AutoHotkey. So first thing we want to do, let me come back over here. Here's my site window where I'm going to put in a script. I'm going to go ahead and just connect to that active version of IE. So I have my script writer running, and this is a program I wrote in AutoHotkey for writing syntax. So I'm going to, first I need to get a pointer to the current IE window. So I'm going to get pointer to the IE window. Now that does, it dumps in the syntax call, which stores it in here, but notice this wb-get, this is that function, right, it's calling, and I don't need that right here in this window, so I'm just going to knock that out of the way so we don't get confused. Alright, and now what that's going to do is when I run this, it is going to go get a pointer to the current IE window and store it here, and then what we're going to do is we're going to say message box pwb. So we're just going to make sure I'm going to save this and launch it. Oops, hold on one second. I think I had my other one open. All right, so, and I'm going to run it. And there we go. So that's the current URL. This is a way you can see where you are. It's one of my favorite easy ways just to make sure that, like, you know what, this worked the way I wanted to. I didn't have some other window, IE open, that was active I wasn't aware of. And that's that. So let's go back in here, and actually I'm going to hit OK here. I am going to grab this because what we're going to want to do is I'm not necessarily going to be on that page, so as in the other videos, we're going to navigate to it. So as I mentioned in my other videos, this is a series of stuff where I do the same process over and over. So I'm not going to be explaining nearly as much in each video of why I'm doing what I'm doing. So here, though, I'm going to navigate to here. And then we need to wait for the page to load. So I'm going to page navigation, wait for page to load. Now we're going to put in that URL. And then what we're also going to say is, hey, you know what? If let's add some logic. So if put in paren pwb dot. Oh, you know what? I got it right there. Well, it's not equal to. So let me comment that. So if it's not equal to that, I'm going to put a bracket here, and whoa, too much. Wrap the bracket. Now this is going to say basically, get the pointer to the current URL. If the current URL is not this, then run this. But if it is it's just going to skip from here down to here, right? And since I happen to be on the page right now, I wouldn't want to navigate to it over and over. So let's go ahead, and now I'm going to save this. And actually, no, I'm not going to run it yet. Let's go ahead and get the fields. Let me get my WB2 Learner tool, and I'm going to get. Let's see. Here's email. Oh, and look, they have an ID. The name is called ID. Yeah, that's not confusing at all. But since that's there, let's see if. I was going to say is I was looking for class in here, which is usually in here. Where is? Although I don't see a class. Let me see. Let's bring the whole thing here. Bring it back to site. Paste it. Turn on word wrap. I'll search for class.
Inconceivable!
No class name. Interesting. So in a lot of these I've done, class is usually defined, the class name, but on the email and password, for some reason, a lot of websites aren't adding in class name there. I was just going to do something a little different. That's all right. We'll come back here. And since, what was it? Name is ID. Okay, so we're going to say set on page, and set, is there a dash? No, it's just, so let's just set unique name. Sorry, name. Here we go. I keep thinking ID, and that's ID. Set ID is think that's an account. I'm not going to worry too much because as long as I can populate both fields and then hit submit, that's all I want to do in my video here. Let's see if password, what it has here. So name is password. Well, that at least makes sense. And right now I'm not seeing class anywhere, but you know what, who cares? I'm going to copy that, come in here, we're going to set password, and I don't, off the top of my head, know the password, so I'm just going to dump in that. Now I'm going to save it, reload it, and when I run this, theoretically it shouldn't navigate anywhere, right, because we're on that same page, but it should fill in both of these. It's not going to click login yet. There it goes. So it dumped them both in. Now we need to click the login button. And here, that's interesting. So you can see how both of the, it looks like, yeah, so we could be in for some fun here. Neither one has a name or an ID. Data reacted ID equals, that's for the login. I'm going to show, here's a nice way you can navigate. Oh, form ID, that's on there. Let's go up to the button. And let's see, button class. So here is class. And so red sign up button active. Let's give this a whirl. So I am going to come in here, set on page, set class name array, put in this as the class name, and this is an array. They're 0 based. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to first throw a message box, and that's the outer HTML. So let's change this to, now what we're going to do is we're going to run this, and let's see that outer HTML. So that was the first one, right? I also, if I didn't know how many there were, I could have done this and see, now when I run it, there's only one on the page. So that's why that one is first, and we didn't have to actually worry about it because there's only one. So we want to click it, right? And let's get rid of this message box because we're not trying to show the click, we're just wanting to click it. So I will close this here. Now I'm going to, let's see, it's saved. I'm going to reload it, and now when I run it, actually, no, let's just demonstrate here. Each time I'm running it, it's clearing these things out. Save and run. You missed a spot. I didn't miss a spot. Why? There we go. Yeah, let's put a little sleep in here. And let's try it again. Oh, that's interesting. So that is a false error. I don't know if you saw it. I wish I had an easy way to slow it down. What happens is it populates this, hits login, and then it's actually an error, but it flashes really quickly. Did you see that? So but it's in reality it's the incorrect login, and so that's why it's erroring out on me. But it does populate this, and click that, and that is the how you could automate logging into Pinterest.